Yeah. Hello, my name is Shape, and welcome to Animal Crossing. This is my commentary for Chores and Credits, which is a small miscellaneous category about 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes long, depending on how good you are at the game. I am an Animal Crossing runner, top level time. I'm 6th place on the leaderboards for all debts with a 38-32 at the current time of this recording on February 9th, 2019. This is mainly used for commentary, for marathon submissions, any marathon that I'm going to be doing in the future, but also can be used for a guide. And we're going to start going to the run. So 3, 2, 1, go. So the main form of mashing in Animal Crossing is to use A and B as fast as possible. And so this run is called Chores and Credits. This is the man, KK Slider. He will be the person that we will be talking to the last. And he's the person who will be giving us the credit sequence. And timing will stop after we had the last text box on KK. Good donation incentives for this game. Town name, character name, both 8 characters long max. Gender of the character, male, female, and then the song that we can play for KK. Game has a little bit of RNG in it. The game, villager placement, town layout, where Nook and the post office are the most optimal places for Nook, and the post office is an A2, A4 post acre area, and everything wants to be close to Nook. Around 2 to 3 villagers around Nook are the fastest you can have in an area like that. 3-layer towns are very bad, and areas like that are really bad, but the most thing is a two-layer town that's really good, and the ability to be able to go through each area very fast. Atrocious towns would be ones that have lakes in them. So this form right here is the fastest form of mashing you can do in the game. You can see that. If I was mashing a little faster, I'd gone a little bit faster. But this is Rover. He's the main man who we talked to for everything. Fastest form of naming characters would be a exclamation point for both and question start, and every single option that you give to Rover besides the first one is yes, because it's the fastest form. And this is where we get off, and most runners will be using a snipping tool. Town capture, I use a snipping tool because this is how I am as a streamer. That's what I do. We set the time to 8 o'clock at night to talk to KK, and now we go off to talk to Tom Nook. This run is very chill. It's a very good run. There's a lot of fun things to do. All Debts is around the same thing, but a little bit longer. I prefer All Debts a little bit more over this category, but it's a very fun category to do. This is a very short category. My time is on SRC as of right now. This is definitely a really fun category to run. Depending on where Nook is here, I will possibly go clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on how Nook is. I usually like to go for the top left house here. And I'm going to be just buffering a lot of inputs. I'm going to be holding start, or be mashing while I'm holding right, or L and down, and a couple other inputs you can see here. I'll be holding down and just immediately moving. These are 2 of the scariest text boxes here. If you mash too fast, you'll be able to skip these, and then it's not good. Going off of that, I apologize for the Discord going off. Let me fix that real quickly. There we go. So this is Nook. He's going to basically explain what the gyroid is. He's going to say messages and stuff like that. We don't really read that. About selling stuff to folks, talking to folks, making friends with people. There's another text box here, which I would surprise that a lot of people haven't messed up before. But like, do you want to hear it again? You're like, nah, dude. No way, man. That sucks. He's like, tell me again. Tell me again. I'm like, nah. So usually the debts are paid off differently, but we're not worrying about debts here. We mainly just have to do the chores for Nook and the abilities for stuff for him there. Pretty straightforward run, very easy to do. Hopefully the town layout's not the worst thing in the world. A5, that's bad, so I'm gonna go counterclockwise, so I'm gonna go this way immediately. Counterclockwise from Nook's. So let's see how this town looks. Not bad, not a bad town overall. There's a lot of villagers in this area over here, which is really good. There's 3 villagers, there's 3 houses here. Let's see who's here over here first. Hello. it's a piggy. It's Truffles. Each character has their own little name, and they have their own little, like, idioms or little quirks that they have. She says Snooty. They're cute. This game is great. The original game, Dubatsu no Mori, on the N64. Yo, it's Apollo. Let's go. He's cool, too. So I'm gonna go counterclockwise. So the post office is at 8-2, which is really good. This is Vista. So this is actually a very, very good town, looking at it now, even though it's A2, A5 town. A lot of the villagers, a lot of the things are very close to where I am in proximity, like this right here, this hill. I'm able to run down it, go fast, talk to Tortimer over here. The reason why it's 8 o'clock at night is because also I need to set it to see KK. And we usually just mash A for this one. It'll be a little bit easier if I go back up and go that way. From Nooks. So go this way, back up, and run this way. And usually you see my movement move a little bit weirdly, so if I get stuck on something like a tree, it's really bad. I lose a ton of time getting stuck on trees. So each acre is different. We're gonna go back up. Go over here. Oh, hello. Mallory. I didn't know where she was. I thought she was on the other side. Cross the bridge. And we're gonna talk to the person down over here first, because I don't want to talk to them. So we're gonna let them out first. There's Cobb. Bye, Cobb. Ooh, trees. Here we go. Who are you? Clyde. He's an ugly looking one. He's so a lot of these characters are kind of not drawn the best or modeled the best with their faces. So we're gonna go back up to talk to Cobb because they just kind of stand there. So Nooks usually will be closed around, still open around the time. He closes around 11. But if you actually mess up and do the time earlier, like say 8 AM, he will be closed. Nook opens up at 9. Yeah. So that's the basic introductions here. We talk to Nook now, and now we do chores. This is what the main part of the run is here. Very short, quick run. Very good to do. So now I'm going to put on the uniform. I'm going to mash Y here, press L, mash B, go like that, and we're talking to Nook again. So we're all set. So now I'm going to be buffering my down input and be holding L or R. Mainly R because I have the mashing for both my thumbs on A and B. Down we go. And now we're going to go talk. Now this is the fun part about this run, is we get to plant stuff, which is cool. And I always like to mess up a lot sometimes and not plant the saplings first because I am good at this game. There we go. Also, my hands are a little bit sticky. They're not sticky, they're cold. So my mashing is not going to be the best. But this game has, in the original Animal Crossing or Animal Forest or Dubatsu no Mori on the 64, there's a lot of lag in the game. So we don't want to deal with that. So now Nook, he's like, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I don't really bother with it. You make it look pretty. So now we talk to. Now here's the meat and the potatoes of the run, chores. So now we have to deliver each chores. There are 5 chores, I believe. Truffles is in C2, which is good. She is really close to my house. So she's just over across the bridge. We're gonna go back to see Truffles. And down we go. Back to Cobb. There's the bridge. The bridge is actually in a good spot, which is not bad. We lose time every time we kind of walk over here. But there's the first chore, which is delivering the, what's it called? The, item to Truffles over here. Any item that we have. You talk about snow and it's snowing out. Whatever it is. So, I set it to, you have to set it to a Saturday. I set it to December 22nd, 2018, because it's a Saturday. And it snows, which is cool. It doesn't really matter. There's no lag in the game. Let's see what we get here. Practice what? I don't know what. We're silliest things you can ask. We can practice how to place furniture, which we don't really care about, which is the big thing about this run. Very, very straightforward, simple run. Wardrobe. Okay, here we go. We'll go back. So now, back and forth through this run, we're going back to Nooks, which is pretty cool. Going back up. There's Mallory. Make sure you don't push the villagers. They do get mad if you push them. I've been running this game for a long time, and where's that? I've been running this game for a while, and I know mainly like a lot of the stuff. I've been playing this game series for a very long time. Again, mainly just with a mash B, I'm gonna be holding down, and I'm gonna be holding the other button. Kids complain nowadays. Here's a map. Take it. Thank you, Dad. Appreciate it. We call him Daddy. I call him Daddy Nook as a joke. Clyde. Clyde is the person who I give the letter to. So it's 5 different chores. It's first deliver whatever item you want. Stationary letters. Write the letter to Clyde. Clyde will be receiving the axe after we do 2 more chores and the billboards. So here we go. Clyde's down here. I can mash start and mash A here to just write nothing. So it's 5 chores, I believe. It's deliver an item to a villager, write mail, do something for a villager, go back to Nook, deliver a rug to somebody, actually it's 6, deliver a axe, and then deliver the then talk to the billboard. So it's actually 6. I apologize. It's 6 for that. Here's Phyllis. She's I mashed too fast with that by accident. She is a pain in the butt. I don't like her. Her sister Pelly's better. She loses time. I don't think she actually loses time, but she does have these little like sayings that she's like, "Oh my gosh, cannot mash correctly." Oh my gosh, really? You do not want to be mashing as fast as I am because you do mess up in the mashing. But that's all you need to do. Mainly, you want to be holding down or start pressing the button. So the issue is now is we have to go back. It's okay to mess up a little bit. We're just doing it for commentary. But the run is mainly just basic of how showing off the main run of the thing. You can see that the movement's pretty okay. Ooh, trees are really bad right now. There's a tree right there that I can see. Sometimes it's really hard to see where the trees are in this game. But overall, it seems pretty good to know where you're going. Again, Nook's talking to him. So now there is somebody right below me, and we're gonna talk to that person. I think it's Cobb. We're gonna go talk to Cobb. He's a pig. Nook's gonna be like, I don't have anything for you. Please go talk to a villager. Now this is a little bit of RNG aspect of the run. This is a big problem where you can lose a ton of time or save a ton of time. So we're gonna talk to Cobb here. He's gonna talk about cold and cold, and then I'm gonna ask. Okay, nice. That's really good actually. He said. That is actually really good. That's actually kind of rare to happen, where he gave us nothing. Which is really good, because it saves time, because it less text boxes, and also he does not possibly get mad or upset with us. See perfectly that. He gave me really good RNG, but that's also really bad RNG if Cobb gets mad, because I believe Cobb does get mad if you do not take his chore, or his delivery. So now we gotta go back to Cobb, who's down here, which is actually really good RNG, technically really good RNG. Talk to him here. Usually the RNG for me is really weird in this game. So I like to mash it as fast as possible through these dude. So these guys are like, they're like bros, you know what I mean? They're like, I can't really explain it. They're like, I believe their buff characters are lazy. I can't remember what they're called, but, there's each villager has like their own little thing. Normal villagers are mainly just female. And then you have like cool villagers, and then you have different forms. So cool, and then you have cute, which are, I'm a busy dude. He's a busy dude. I'm gonna rap with you later. These, there's cool, there's like buff guys, there's like normal ones, it's always really cool. I always like to ask, my chat or people that I'm running, like, I know who's your favorite villager. My favorite villager is actually Goldie. So now we go back to Clyde. So Clyde is actually really in a good spot too. And, bright-eyed look in my eye, I'm gonna just go freaking chop down everything. So now we're gonna go back to Clyde down here, and he's over here. So mainly you can see the movement is kind of like zigzagging between trees, which doesn't actually lose time. Mainly the only time that loses time would be mashing and missing the inputs, which is the only problem that you have. But that's the only thing. So now, the best part is, I love reading the dialogue when you send a blank letter. Somebody's like, man, I really enjoyed your letter. It spoke to me. And I'm like, thanks, I appreciate it. You're basically the most, like, hipster person in the world with a name like exclamation point. And you're basically the most antisocial person too. You do like you talk to these guys for like 6 to 12 minutes, and then you just leave and never see them again for months upon time in the game. It's really funny because we time warp technically during the runs. They're not segmented. The game's technically segmented. So here's the last part of Chores, Billboard. And so the run's coming up to an end. It's a very quick and short run. So after Billboard, we go back to Nook. When time would be. Usually when we split here, it'd be as the villager raises his hand. That's not time though. Time would be after, right as we talk to KK and after his final text box would be time. So now another defensive like mashing A right there. You just go empty and it just registers in the game, which is kind of cool, really helpful. It's really helpful to do that. So just mash A, press A like twice, press A once, or press A once, then mash start, press A again a few times, and you'll get through that text box really fast. So now everything else is done. We're done with Chores, which is really good. So Nook's gonna say, hey, you're done with Chores. I get the rest of the mortgage paid off for you. Good job. You own 17.4 thousand bells left, which is really good. And now this is where the run would continue technically for, all debts, because the run will continue until you pay off the debt, everything off, because you get about 1,000 off from what Nook gives you, and as you're working. So now, I don't need to hold anything here. That little cutscene means we're done with Chores. So now the villager will raise his hand. That was where we split there. Now we go run up to KK. Now we get to hear different music too, which is great. So KK should be up here. We're gonna talk to him. He's gonna go groovy dog. Gonna go bork at him. Mr. KK should be right here. There he is, right there. Look at him. So now we're gonna, yep, and then we're gonna ask for. And that is the run right there. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. My name is Shape underscore underscore underscore. I am a Twitch streamer. I usually play SMO, Animal Crossing, Luigi's Mansion, a couple other things. But catch me at twitch.tv/shape underscore underscore underscore. That's 3 underscores. And that is my chores and credits run. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this is helpful for anybody who's learning this category. Very simple, but this is mainly used for what's it called? Marathons and submissions. But thank you so much. This will be on my YouTube.